Hi everybody, it's me Legardo Laxton again, and I'm here to make a review. The review I'm going to be doing is kind of interesting. This review is actually comparing the PSPs to the knockoff PSPs. The best knockoff PSPs out there is actually known for this company called JXD. You can check out their website, J as in Jacob, X as in Xavier, D as in dog, dot C as in cat, C as in cat, jxd.cc. I'm gonna tell you guys the comparison, and of course, a lot of people say, "Oh, fake PSP. Why do I need it?" But what's the benefits compared to it? Here we go. As you can see right here, this is a real PSP right here. This is my PSP Slim, and this PSP Slim is how you say? Of course, it features Wi-Fi, which I'm doing right here. I was testing my new connection. It has, of course, great menus. You know, it's like the PS3 menu. Of course, this menu came out before the PS3. It plays MP3s, of course, and video format. The problem about comparing the new PSPs, to the knockoffs, the video format and video, what do you call it, music format. They do not really read. Most formats do not read in the original PSPs. And also, the only great about the PSP is that it reads UMD games. It has high definition gaming as well, in a way, and it also has Wi-Fi. You can surf the net, but it still has incapability problems. I don't know, like certain YouTube sites cannot run on it, and yeah, and also firmware is real. A lot of people try to mod it to make it to be the best PSP they can have. So might as well have a second one. Well, me, I have more than one. Right here is the JXD 300, which I always showed in my previous review. This is my favorite Game Boy style. It plays Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Genesis, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and yeah, it plays good. The feature about this, it plays almost every video format, all of the encoding and video decoding. It also has every single video, music format. You know, like Wave, MP3, 3GP, anything that came from your cell phone. You want to drag it in here. It's perfect. It has an analog controller as well, but comparing it, it's really smaller towards the bigger Slim. And of course, this is the JXD 300. It seems a little cheap. It looks good, but it's a little more heavier than the PSC Slim. It doesn't have a UMD reader, but it does have a 3.0 megapixel camera, and it has a built-in 4 gigabyte flash already. But you can expand it up to 8 gigabyte flash on the side. And you can plug this to the TV. Of course, with the Slim, you have to buy an adapter that costs as much as an arm and a leg. Compared to this one, the adapter only costs up to $2. It's a three-prong, kind of like a headphone jack, and turns into composite cables. Yes. The menu on the JXD 300 seems a little too cheap. Yes, to be honest, it seems cheap. But this is more for like a kid. Yeah. And let me shut it off, and it comes in a Chinese logo. This is the JXD 3000, which I really recommend because it's bundled with great packaging. From my previous review, I was talking about this gaming console because it looks almost exactly as the PS Slim, but weighs a little more kilogram, a little more. This product comes with this CD. There's two CDs in one package. There's two CDs in here. It comes with four CDs basically, and it comes with loads of games, but it's all in Chinese. But the games are actually originally in Japanese, but some games are in English or options to turn in English. Comes with a lanyard chain for your JXD, and it comes with a screen protector, and of course with headphones. It came with these, like iPod headphones, and it says JXD on them. And of course it comes with this nice little back thing there, so you can watch your movies and let it kick back. It has a little back. The menu is not like PSP at all. The menu has its own style, where it goes up to 4 pages of game icons, which you collect from yesigame.com. Supposedly, I don't know if that's the right site, but it gives you the link to download more games to fill up these icons. If you plug in a memory flash to 8 gigabytes, you can fill up this whole icon. The only drawback about this, it only plays PS1 game simulation, and I'm telling you, it doesn't really run well on 3D games, but it runs great on 2D games. But on certain games that has Redbook audio, like those games that you can play on your CD player to hear the music, it will be silenced. But the game is playable. Like, yeah, It's perfect, like Power Rapper the Rapper, and the icons sometimes don't match. It's actually a game because it's more updated from today, but the game's from the past. And right here, oh, okay, I got my TF slot. All these products were ordered in dealextreme.com. Oh, you can see my reflection. Okay, the power button's on the top. That's what's funny. This has the same feature as the JXD 3000, but it plays Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance games as well. And you fill up these icons as well. It's gonna show it right there. See, these are the 3D games, or they declare 3D games. Oh, my SD card's loaded. This will load up this menu, identical to the JXD 3000. But when you go to the game option at the very bottom, over here is video, over here is music, and it does everything, what you want, except the PS1 games run slow as the JXD 3000, but you do have a bigger screen. The processing power is quite better than the JXD 300 for Game Boy Advance games and the Super Nintendo game emulation. So in order for you to play your Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance games that you downloaded, you go to the download right here. I don't want to give too much of a tutorial, but yes, that's where you go and you load your list. The cool part about these units is that comparing it to the PSP original, it has more features, but game-wise is not really update. You're playing legacy games that you have to download from websites. The camera also has still and video shots, and of course you can actually slideshow pictures from your, it's anybody who wants to just plug in and just be multimedia. And right now this is the camera feature. Yes, it does the same feature as you can zoom in and out on this one. Same feature as the JXD 3000. There was a previous model, the M1, I think it was the JXD 1000. I don't know, they have their own name on their lineup. But the cool part is it also has an FM radio, which, let me press this button. Oh, there we go. Now this one has a camera function as well, see? There's my games and then my computer. But as you can see, it's a very, very decent model, You have to buy more than one for your, if you're on the go, you gotta pick one. Battery life is equal to the PSP. But there are other consoles out there. There's actually other consoles out there that were knockoffs. They actually have a knockoff version of the PSP Vita, but it plays just basically like the JXD 300, Game Boy Advance games and Super Nintendo Genesis. But when you're playing it, it actually has that menu, the imitation menu, looking like the Vita, but it's not fully 3D. It doesn't have the touch sensor behind the screens. I have more information about it later on in my next reviews. But yeah, this is what I'm just saying, that this PSP, my original one, I ended up using these guys more because I have so many games to use it with if I'm downloading games. Of course, they say it's illegally downloading, but look, there's no one's gonna stop you. And also, hey, as long as you're not selling the games, you won't get in trouble. But out of this PSP, the original, even the PSP Go is even worse. It's basically the same thing as this, but it plays newer games. I recommend just going for the knockoffs. They're getting better every minute, but you're missing out on the new games, I know. But for you parents out there, I really recommend you guys getting this knockoff PSP. So all you have to do is drag and drop certain games, saying, hey, here's a new game for you, load it up and this and stuff. But if you preloaded the games already, they're gonna get spoiled. I sell these at the swap meet, to be honest, yes. And it's a great buy for customers who wants to have a lot of games for their kids, and they should not bug their parents anymore for more games when there's no reason. There's a bunch of games you can put in these units. This one has its own built-in 4 gigabytes. They all have 4 gigabytes. The original PSP, it doesn't have any. It actually has a little bit of RAM in there, but you have to expand it with memory flash too. Unlike these units, you use TF flash. Just can get a cheap one, and you don't need to get an official Sony. But yeah, this is my review, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Later on, I'm going to be ordering a lot of Deal Extreme Android tablet PCs, and these tablet PCs are incredible, more featured than even their cell phones. If you have cell phones that use SIM cards, those phones are already unlocked for you, so you guys can use any SIM card. Over here in the United States, I live in California, in Southern California right here. They also have Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile will not work on those, unlocked phones, but it depends on the service, which I recommend AT&T and T-Mobile, Net10. Those SIM cards do work on those unlocked phones. They sell at Deal Extreme. But later on, I'm going to be talking about the Android tablets. This is the Android tablet. It looks like an iPad, but does more than an iPad. This one has 2 SD slots, and that's gonna be my later on review. And future reviews also includes on my review about the the P1 4000 series, and also I'm gonna be doing reviews on laptops, comparing operating system, the new. There's operating systems out there called Android, WebOS, and of course everybody has Windows 7, Vista, or XP now today, because you can't use Windows 98 with this kind of browsing. But if you guys check out these free operating systems, you can do so much than purchasing an original Windows 7. And if you have an older computer and you decide to transfer your license from your Windows 7 to another computer, I recommend to install Linux. That's the operating system I'm going to be reviewing, because Linux, there are countless distros. That's what we call them, distros. Different kind of distros. They got Ubuntu, Fedora, Mandriva, etc. Thank you for watching, and also check out, I also have headphones for sale over here in Myrna Valley. I'm in Myrna Valley, California. Forgive my gun clip. Okay. I have these nice high definition headphones. Also 4-pin, 4 slot adapter USB 3.0s, each only for $3 US. And over here in America, I sell everything cheap. And of course, I do speak Spanish for an Asian guy, so todo barato. Mira. Forget it, I'm gonna speak Spanish right now. But hey, what about Filipino? Talaga, mura itong presyo, itong klaseng devices na ibenta ko dun sa Swami. Tingin mo to? Pa PSPs. Pero hindi ito. Ito. Alright. Thank you for watching.